Good evening, ladies and gents. This is Nerds the Human, and welcome back to our Ostrogoth Horde only campaign. And you join us outside Rome, the Eternal City herself, which is under siege right now. We're not, though, going to charge in. We're just going to let them all starve because, frankly, I don't want to lose any unnecessary troops. And I suspect we have some bigger fish to fry eventually. We will need to settle at some point, though, just to recoup a few units. Rome will have a decent sized population, so it might not be the worst candidate for that. We'll have to see how we feel about it. Of course, last time we did actually technically win because of my slight mistakes when I changed the game files with the victory conditions, but hey ho. We're supposed to take out all the factions who want hordes, but we took Ravenna and won that way. Nonetheless, we do have more Western Empire towns to take out. Carthago Nova down here is all that is left of my mercenary force. These guys, well, I'm basically trying to get rid of all my mercs, of course. Last time I disbanded the rest of them because, quite frankly, they were costing a huge amount of money. Let's go around, destroy the Western Empire, build up a big pile of money, and when we've done that, then we'll get ourselves a doom stack of mercs, and we'll worry out how to pay them later. That's how they work. We are, though, going to have a quick look at the Fog of War, or live the Fog of War, because I think it's interesting to have a little look at the world around us. And okay, Vandals on their way. Maybe we don't want to get trapped around here. What we could do though is pick up some boats while we're in Rome. So yeah, maybe we'll settle in Rome for a short time, just to enjoy a nice springtime time in Rome. Time. And once we've done that, I guess we'll just get ourselves some more troops out of their population and head off back into the world to sack it. But we'll get ourselves a couple boats, I think, because if the Vandals start plodding this part of the world, which is kind of why we got this scout up here, by the way, or it was, but apparently I've told them to do this. Yes, part of the reason was just to make sure we had a route out of Italy, which could have otherwise potentially been a problem. Can't help but notice the Western Empire has lost Carthage. Interesting. Berbers on the move. Cain really hates them if the Berbers have won a battle in the auto-resolve. We all know that is nearly impossible. And elsewhere, I really shouldn't be scouting too much what their actual troops are over here. Let's just jump over this part of the world. And yeah, the Franks and the Alemanni both put in the Romans under siege. Okay, so they're under significant pressure by the looks of it. And obviously the Celts doing absolutely nothing as ever. What else is interesting? The Roxolani have a couple settlements. That's unusual. Okay, so they've swept up after the Huns and the Vandals have come and destroyed all of this. Can't help but notice the Huns are going down to Constantinople, which, honestly, I think the Huns might actually lose all their army if they go and attack Constantinople with a stack and a half of troops in there. I'm assuming they're vaguely good quality. Sarmatians. I'd love to see them settle. As I was saying last time, a big problem with the Horde factions on Barbarian Invasion is they tend to just run around. They do sack things. They do a good job of creating chaos, but they don't really settle enough. And that means that they just eventually die and, well, basically people get to recover. I'd like to see them, the Sarmatians, settle down here, and I reckon, especially the Huns, are going to really bleed the Byzantine, well, the Eastern Empire over here at Constantinople. They might have a good chance of holding on to that, actually. Sassanids have done a little bit of work on Antioch and are holding on to Armenia. So, okay, some interesting early moves here. Nothing too dramatic, but certainly both the Western and the Eastern Empire under a bit of strain. Often the Eastern Empire will be fine, but the Western Empire, they can really fall apart if they're not too careful. And by the looks of it, Barbarian's doing a good job of putting them under pressure. Don't suspect they'll lose to Tivarorum, but yes, Colonia Agrippina, that definitely looked like it is about to fall, which could see the rest of them collapse before long. Okay, let's take the Fog of War off before I see too much that I don't really want to. Not that we're really doing anything with this part of the world right now, but we do have to deal with some of Hispania, so it's probably time to end our turn and see how the cookie crumbles. And officially, the Huns are at war with the Eastern Empire, not a surprise after what we just saw, and apparently we've got married to Ludwiga, which is marvellous. Let's have a quick look at our family tree, because we did only actually start with just Amalric. Okay, so Ludwiga here, lovely stuff. So we don't actually have our own son. Yes, we generated these three lads when we became a Horde. And obviously, yes, Ludwiga's younger sister apparently has married our adopted son. I'm sure that's all absolutely fine. So at least we might have some children on the way at some vague point in the future. But we're not going to generate a lot considering we don't have any settlements. I'm not sure how much the game will make up for the fact that we're obviously a Horde and still do need family members. But obviously it generally tries to generate more for the more territories you have, just to kind of balance it out. Be interested to see if we get any children anytime soon. Okay, Carthago-Nova. Oh right, well, actually, we'll wait one more turn. And then we'll head in. And immediately we do have a child. How absolutely marvellous. Not actually sure who that was for. Ah, lovely. Ah, interesting little sprite there. I haven't really seen the children for the Hordic factions on Barbarian Invasion. Interesting stuff indeed. And we also got Alemanni and the Western Empire at peace. I'm guessing that invasion failed to achieve anything. Into Carthago-Nova we go then. Publius Flavius. Oh yes, the world's most Christian man. Yes, someone said in the comments that he was maybe in the east, but he does appear to be over in this part of the world. And the Christianest man who's ever Christianed is going to go down. I mean, we are Christian ourselves, so we probably shouldn't be celebrating this. He does a priest of Mithras, though. Very interesting, I suppose. He must have been in a town with a temple to Mithras. Strange that he keeps it around. Nonetheless, well, it's only just +1 influence, actually. So, nothing to do with religion. That's an odd, that's an oversight, or just an interesting thing. Either way, in spite of the fact that he is wildly corrupt and demands that he worship the gods, he is wrong-headed and does carry a priest of Mithras around with him. Okay, let's head in then. Oh, it's pagan. Oh, I've got myself very, very confused. Okay, this is a pagan lad. Oh dear, this is the least Christian man you ever Christianed. Sorry. Anyway, clearly I need to go and have a nap. So let's head in and let's get our sword blooded for the day. Judging by the speech, I think this lad here wants to forget the whole confusion over Christian and pagan nonsense. So, yes, having ignored everything I said before this battle, let's head in and watch the ram inevitably burn down. Okay, you lads, run over there. You'll be absolutely fine. No one's coming to meet us at the gate. It is a rather splendid city. Yes, indeed, an awesome temple to Mithras. Story does check out. And we have a very, very confusing game of cat and mouse where we're shooting at them and they're just running towards the temple. Very, very strange behaviour indeed, but we're going to keep on playing this weird game until at some point we actually manage to pull them into the trap. We have a few more of the mercs to join us now. I think we might start to get their attention. Just a little bit. Okay, looks like they're coming for us just about at this point. Come on, shoot down the general. Bring him into the party. He still doesn't want to do it. Very, very strange indeed. We'll shoot down the peasants in the meantime. My, this is tedious, but at least we've shot down some peasants. That's one good thing for the day. Less peasants to fight later on. Less embarrassment for when we get slaughtered by them. Now, this is the Augustus, by the way. So 52 heaviest of your heaviest cavalry, which is, I don't know, interesting because eventually the factionaire is Christian. It might well change significantly how their public order is doing. So we'll have to see about all of that. They've turned it back to us, which is amusing. Probably ideal for us, to be honest. We'll just run off in this direction. Don't get too far over here, because then we're gonna, then that's gonna happen again. Then that's gonna happen again. Happens every time, doesn't it? Every episode. Oh, they don't know how to run off properly, and you're now running off the wrong direction. Well done, lads. Well done. You're all useless numpties. On the plus side, this is why we're using the mercs, because we didn't want the we didn't really care if the mercs lived or died too much. These guys are still continuing to be utter numpties, so at the very least, push them back over there. God, why is this so difficult? Oh, another unit decided to join the death party. There we go, another unit gone. No one, they really don't seem to understand how to, like, you know, retreat into the exact spot where all of the army is. Absolutely insane how terrible we are at this game. Okay. Let's... Right, these guys, in fairness to them, weren't actually on skirmish until then, because I turned them off originally because I didn't want to muck around over at that point of the battlefield. Right, you lads, run away. Now they're running away. My days, this is absolutely chaotic. We've almost got them in the trap for once, but they just will not fall for it. Come on, come and... I mean, they probably will just clear off the whole army if they just charged me in the first place. I mean, honestly, I don't have an awful lot of infantry at this point, and apart from the general, honestly, I have nothing good here. It's all absolute trash. Oh, we're 3 minutes from losing. Okay. All men into battle. All men into battle. Okay, we've come to this now, has it? Apparently it has. All men into fight. Wasn't really paying any attention to that nonsense. So I guess we'll just have to chop them down in the next 3 minutes, which is not really how I planned on doing this battle, but I suppose it deals with needing to kill more of our men.
This is no longer a battle. This is a
just in case this doesn't work, we're going to end battle. Okay. There we are. You see, the numbers are fine. It's just skirmish mode. I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to micromanage such a tedious thing. So we'll just lose them all instead. Next time, just charge everyone into their own death. Anyway, no one will speak about the introduction or the actual battle itself. All we know is that 10,000 just got paid to mercenaries, which is staggering. So at this point, well, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to keep on plodding on this direction. I don't remember if it's Cordoba on this. The Salamantica up north, but yes. But less said about all of that nonsense, the better, I think. Let's go and take out these numpties in the field. We'll just shoot them down. Nice and simple affair then. We're just going to shove these archers into the sea, and the rest of the horse archers can come over here and join the party and shoot them all down to their deaths, which would be absolutely marvellous before we get caught by the Foederati. Better get the general to pull out of there. We'll just shoot these guys down where they stand. We'll do the little dance, and I suspect this time we'll have a vaguely competent victory. Blow the horn of destiny and smash the Limitane! And as someone commented on the last video, my toughest challenge of all time has indeed been managing to call them the Limitane rather than the Illuminati. And with that victory under my foot, is that John ever going to die? He's still not dead. He might die eventually. There we go. Got headbutted by a horse in the end, as we all wish to go. So, you lads, kill those archers, shoot these lads down, and hopefully, one day, we'll know how to battle once more. Much more like it. Okay, let's take that victory, pretend the other battle didn't happen. Another day, another war, and it's the Vandals of the Western Empire this time, so lots and lots of problems for those chaps. And indeed, if I can get away with not hiring any more troops, I'd very much like to. What I might do on this particular occasion, if I can afford to get rid of the mercs, can't because I don't actually have any normal chaps with me. Okay, well we'll just go and get ourselves a ram and do all of that nonsense. Return reports suggest we're still pretty even because of the mercs, which is slightly irritating. A few turns, well, one turn until Rome falls. We'll see if they actually bother to come out, but I think we might finally decide to settle for a short period. Indeed, we will settle, but only once we've slaughtered the Romans who have sallied forth to attack. The Romans, obviously, historically, not ones to back down. Tell that to Hannibal, of course. So, into Captain Eugenius, just some scraps. Oh, I do like taking on scraps in a sally battle. It's normally brutal. Let's hit in with Amalek. Let's take him down. Here we are in Rome then, with its Christian cathedral, still looking strangely small, but yeah, strangely small as well is the amount of Roman troops as they scuttle. I think that's the correct verb on this occasion, yes, scuttle out of the city. Right, in they come, committenses, get themselves shot down presumably. Why these lancers are over here, I don't know. They should be over with the general in this sort of direction. And no, I think this is all that's going to happen here. It's just going to be a little bit of a shooting gallery. Brave as they are, these Romans are, I would suggest, potentially foolish. They might get a kill or two, though. Yeah, we'll let them throw their javelins in at us on this occasion. In fact, we've actually hit the red line of doom here, so we might actually have to engage very, very shortly. They're going to throw 2 missiles. That's unfair. Normally they throw one, then charge straight in. That's irritating game. Anyway, they're now fleeing. We are quite near the red line of doom, so I might just slightly anglicized. Yes, let's anglicize it. Which is definitely not the same word or the same meaning, but we're going to go for it anyway. Yeah, create ourselves an angle here and shoot them down like that. Goats are good eating, but only when they're young, and these are old Roman Empire goats who are running towards this one unit who's... Oh, for Pete's sake, my allies are numpties. All my allies are running through the walls to get themselves killed. Oh my days, I need to go and win this right now. Okay, send all my forces forward. Send all of them forward. Run in, go on to loose, I guess, but we're going to have to run in. Send all my units in right here because we're going to have to take these out before all of our men, all of our allies just run straight in and get themselves slaughtered. Oh, God, it's a mess. Okay, we've got on top of all of these guys. That's good. Are they going to open the gate? They open the gate. Run inside, run inside, run inside, run inside. No, the gate's shut. Shut through these lads, apparently. That's annoying. Oh, there the gate open. The gate opened. Okay, to save the rest of our men, we're going to have to run into the town. Get into the town! Okay. Okay, fine. Fine. The AI is really desperate to hate me here today. Are we getting oiled? I think we're getting oiled. Okay. Before we... Right, this is not working in any way, shape or form here today. So. Horses and cities and hordes, not friends, apparently. And now, the few lads who are now stuck in the town are not in a happy place. Okay. These reinforcements are committing suicide. These are doing much the same. That's because I actually told them to do this, though. They're not actually in range, so that's okay. These guys aren't coming in, but these ones are. Because these are the AI automated ones. These are my chosen warrior infantry who will get themselves killed. Okay. it's fine. Only one unit. Okay. That was one of my allies' generals, presumably. I was about to say, it all seems okay. Most of the units are no longer being stupid. That's one of my warlords shot down. Thank you, AI. Good news, my army have sent all their men straight through the towers again. We're losing the entire force because why wouldn't we? Please go home. Why is it doing this to me? Why does it hate me? I just wanted to siege them out. Oh, we're going to lose everything. God, the AI even knows who to attack now. It's attacking my numbskull allies over here. I do have some chaps in this direction, so I'm just going to send some of them into those archers. Who knows, they might manage to achieve something. And at least there's nothing much if I lose them. So let's try and clear them out. Don't kill them too quickly. Try and run into the city. Yes, come on, let them get the gates open. We're going to try and... Oh, wait, we let them get too far away. We don't get too far ahead. Too far. No, don't run away. They ran away. Okay. At least at this point we can actually take the tower. Go and take the darn tower. We can walk in one of them and at least prevent the rest of our men from dying. At least now when they try to leave, they are at least getting shot by their own towers on the way. And if the AI decides to do anything stupid again, at the very least we have a good selection of the towers. Of course, at this point, the AI on my side won't decide to do anything so stupid because now it would be safe to do so. But hey ho, this has been a very chaotic and terrible start to proceedings here today, ladies and gents. This one is mostly not my fault. This is mostly the fault of the fact that I just didn't click on control all the AI reinforcements, but I didn't consider that they would be quite as stupid as this. So at this point, those aren't even my controlled reinforcements. We'll just let the timer run out. Go on. And officially, it's a draw here today with 700 kills. Almost entirely from the towers, of course. Yeah, I mean, we lost... I mean, we did lose a few when we tried to charge in, but... God. Okay, we're going to attempt to have some sort of competent battle in this episode, but this was mostly the AI's fault, let's be fair. And with this, we could gain 25,000, but we will occupy We will occupy... Oh. Okay, this lad is in trouble. Yeah, he has plenty of troops to help him out. We're just going to flip to Salamantica for the time being. So. We have Rome. Rome apparently doesn't like us, although actually not that bad at all. The King's Great Stables, fine. Someone died in that battle as well, didn't they? Alemanni and the Lombardi are now at war with each other. Quite why or how they've managed that, I don't know. Unless the Lombardi are hordes. Oh, we actually lost 2 of them. Okay. Oh. What? I just withdrew. Why did he die? Well, apparently our adventure over in this part of the world is gone. Why did... Okay, is that because he was so far from home? It just decided... I did not see the little sign saying that we would lose that force. You know what? Sometimes it's just easier to move on. So we'll just disband those last few hordes. God. Okay, so with the world's worst example of how to hoard just about done for the day, we can perhaps get ourselves a few units. So we want to get ourselves a couple of these Gothic raiders. We're just going to build up a few units for a turn or two here. I wouldn't mind a few decent lads to join the force. So. How is our money, by the way? Yeah, we'll be okay here. We'll be okay. Minus 52, it says over there. I have a few scouts here and there. This lad is probably my only surviving family member at this point. At least they were the 2 who were... apparently says died in battle, but I just told him to withdraw. Anyway, so at least this guy still has his father. That's nice. And the game might well start to give us some generals. Well, this certainly is not going to plan here today, ladies and gentlemen. As you might notice, it's been kind of quiet on the channel recently. My life has... I think the last month has been the most chaotic and horrendous, might be the right word. Last sort of 4, 5, 6 weeks of my life. Everything has just constantly gone wrong. So I thought I'd just keep up with the 1 episode a week on this series. And... hopefully we'll get back to normal before long. But is it showing that I haven't touched the game in a week and a half at this point? It probably is. Although normally things don't go quite this wrong. I think it's just the chaotic nature of my life and my mind right now. Okay. At the very least, we should find ourselves here with a big foundry. Yes, that's what I wanted. So we're going to get some nice training done. Particularly, we can probably get some good retraining done. I don't know if we can get these units up to full strength or not. What we certainly can do, yes, is retrain. We'll see what we get before that. We'll see what we get. It would be nice though to get some good stats on all of these lads. Send this general back over here, and now our focus is over here in Italy. We will we'll keep this lad over in northern Italy just to give us an eye on what's going on. Same with this chap over here. His general plan is to kind of just give me some view of what's happening here. Okay, good. Let's head our turn. See what happens. The Sarmatians have indeed settled in Achaia. So Athens is the new home of the Sarmatians. Got an interesting little game here. Some odd plays are happening. Now, as for Spain, we will have to go back and murder the Romans over there. But they're normally... I mean, that half stack was quite a few mercs. So we'll probably find that that's all they have over there because, yeah, they don't normally have a huge amount, to be honest. Now, if we can get all of our troops retrained... Oh, yeah, no, not only does... It's just going to retrain them with the silver. Okay, so not ideal. Let's just merge then in that case. So we can't retrain the Horde units properly, but we can... Yes, get them up to nice silver sword and silver shield. Now, if we can retrain... If you're going to play a Horde like this, I suppose it does make sense to find a town like Rome. A, it's nice and big for when we... Wow. For when we break up very, very soon indeed. And we want to take the population of the town with us. That's good for us. But also, yeah, it means that it's going to be hopefully making a decent amount of money. Hopefully we've got enough in the kitty to make these... get this retraining done. And I don't know if that means when we break back into the Horde, if we're going to have silver sword and shield automatically on our troops. But if you're going to retrain anywhere, you might as well be in a town like this. Although we don't have the basic boats apparently, which is just a bit of a shame. Upkeep 167. Worth bearing in mind actually what our upkeep is. Almost they've spearmen. Okay, we can train them, but just not the Horde version. They do still count as the separate unit, of course. Fine, fine, fine. Alani Horse Archers wouldn't be a bad idea. The Gothic one's better. No, the Alani ones are the upgraded lads. Okay. Right, Amalek, you've got yourself Rome, but we're not going to stay here, to be honest. We're just going to camp out here, retrain, and plan our next move, which I guess will just be mopping up the Western Empire, which I suspect means going through France to Britain, triggering the Romano-British, and then down to Spain to finish them off. The Western Empire now has rebels as well. How marvellous and delicious for us. Now, do we actually still have a diplomat? Looks like we do actually. So we can see, yes, our old Gothic friends have taken back their old capital, which is nice for them, I suppose. We'll just grab some trade rights if that's what they want to do. That's fine by me. We'll go and chat to our old allies, send him over in this general direction, because we could do with having him in our part of the map. That does indeed make sense. We don't need to retrain one if he's still alive. Depends how old he is, to be honest. 57. Okay, yeah, we will need to train a new one, which is a bit unfortunate, but we'll add him onto the list along with a spy. We'll spend a few more turns getting things prepped. The Alemanni are destroyed. Interesting. I just saw the Vandals declared war with them, and immediately they are dead, and they are not a Horde faction, so that very much suits me. One less for me to kill. Sassanids and the Goths are allies. It doesn't bode well for the Eastern Empire, but frankly, whilst I'm allied with them, we'll get to them in time. Fine, 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 fine. So we've got ourselves a spy now. Hopefully, yes, if he's genius and a Christian. Now, spies, I must say, and some diplomats really, are an excellent way of converting on this game, because the Christian trait here, or indeed the pagan trait, is, well, key really for converting the populations and thus keeping public order. Notoriously difficult on Barbarian invasion, keeping that under control. So, yeah, if I was actually bothered about that, that would be an excellent, excellent way of converting regions, especially as it's one where you can do it, yes, discreetly. You see he's got Christian as well. They all will have it. I'm not sure about the spies. They always do. Certainly, yeah, you see like the assassin doesn't, for example. He's just a murderer. But yeah, the diplomats almost, well, should certainly pretty much come out with Christian. So that is an excellent way of just subtly converting regions without having to send your generals in. It's a nice way of prepping before you invade. You've got to play to the madness of barbarian invasion. Always worth demanding a bit of money for a ceasefire. They cannot match it though, which is most unfortunate. You might just ask for some map information though. No, they think we're bandying words. We are indeed just bandying pointless words with you. So, oh, this guy didn't get Christian, so there we are. You do have a decent chance of getting it, but unfortunately not on this occasion. So, we're going to get ourselves a few boats to finish off. These Gothic Raiders are ridiculous, quite frankly. Long range, good stamina, fast moving, can hide in the grass, 10, 12, 15. Oh, they are just beautiful. A couple turns of boats, ahoy. And then we're pretty much ready to get sailing ever onwards. Because the Romans are building up a little bit of a force, I'll quite happily sail around them, if indeed that is the plan here. One more turn of it. Do I want anything else before we get going? I'm not really bothered about the lancers. So you know what? One more turn of boats. That would be absolutely magnificent. And at this point, looks like, where are our Roman friends? Are they coming around this way? Not 100% sure, you know. Right, we're now into minus money. It's time to hoard once more. Trait increase here. We have ourselves a new commander, which is absolutely marvellous. No, sadly, they haven't picked up all of that nonsense, but he is a good-looking lad, so we'll take him, I suppose. So, yeah, unfortunate, really, that we didn't get all of the extra silver sword and shields, but that's just the way it goes. So, the Latin rebels unusual to see that one pop up, but I think it's time for us to hop on the boat. So they're at war, but we can wander through them. At least this turn, anyway. So where's our main army? Let's just gather ourselves our main force here. Where is my good old general? Almeric. Almeric. Does he exist? Has he already ran onto the boat? Oh, he is on the boat. Ah, he got the idea. Good man. Anyway, he got a bit bored in his older age and decided it's time to go and sack a few more towns. So I think we'll go have a little holiday in Sardinia, and we'll send the rest of them back up north. And if they indeed want to come and meet us over here, then we'll wipe the floor with them on the way. Oh, the Horde is back at full strength after the utter disaster at the start of the episode. Time to get back to business. Well, I was hoping to find out what was going on with the Vandals, and just need to bear in mind where they are, because they could cause us some problems if we get too close. Avaricum, still under Roman control. Interesting. Belgica over here controlled by the Franks. Normally when the Franks expand, it's actually not good for them. They're normally best being triggered into a horde. Salvations of the Huns now at war. Okie pokies, that's somewhere. Ah! So the Huns have swung down into down towards Athens. That's unfortunate for them. And yes, I did notice earlier that the Goths have actually got Pannonia and Noricum now. Wow. Okay, I've left a trail of destruction, and my old peoples have taken over in the meantime. Okay, well, you know what? I don't hate that. In time, we might learn not to hate. Perhaps when Elmeric has passed on, perhaps his descendants might not quite remember why he was so angry, and perhaps they'll feel a little bit differently about it all. So, are you on the boat by any chance? Oh, they are indeed on the boat. Okay. So, unfortunately, this isn't Crusader Kings, and we won't get a huge bonus if they get off the boat right in front of us. But I don't think they'll want to get involved in this particular battle. So, okie dokie. Let's get these lads off in this direction. You can be the rear guard. You probably just join in with him, actually, for now. Get the old diplomat in this direction. You get ahead of the game, and yeah, we can see there's a little bit over here, not a huge amount. They have taken back, Hispania, so maybe we'll go there first. We'll let the Vandals just kind of bleed themselves out before we worry about interfering with them. Our boats are under attack, and sadly a clear defeat, which is not ideal if we ever want to get our general off the island. We'll send our boats up north, and hopefully we'll be able to solve this problem. Let's just head in, clear out the town, clear victory. Lost a few lads. We'll sack the settlement on the way, and we'll just run off in this direction. Hope that we get a boat back. Didn't think that one through now, did I? No, I did not. So. Indeed, they should fear us. We're going to continually poke all these lot, and they're now stuck in battle. Let's slaughter them all. The Imitani seem determined to get themselves killed by the horse archers, which is rather ridiculous, because I've actually sent the infantry to kill them on this occasion. Might actually use the infantry. What a rare and magnificent sight that will be. So, we've got these lads over here. We will just make sure we get the old encirclement. And it's time for the infantry to actually do something! And they've immediately fled. Do we actually have arrows coming over here? I think that was the last... They're miles away. Okay, well, it's nice to see the runaway spearmen. No, that's not the runaway slave spearmen or whatever. Okay, that's the actual lads. They've got nice shiny armour though. Oh yes, that's a horde of men. That's exactly what that is. And we're getting shot down. Are they committenses? Right, that makes sense. We've got the standard stand up on being javelined by the old committenses, eh? Oh, that's irritating. Just the way life goes, I suppose. Well, we can finish them off, send the infantry to charge them down, and send my cavalry to finish them off. A few turns later then, and we have moved on towards Massilia and Arles. I don't know where they've squeezed all these armies out of, but somewhere they have got themselves a huge pile of full stacks. Can't help but notice though there are a lot of peasants and a lot of mercenaries among them. They're not a particularly strong force. We will, for the time being, just try and lop off a few heads, do a bit of scouting, and see if they want to sally forth. They don't seem to want to at the moment. Yes, we obviously managed to get a general back across. The boats didn't last much longer, but we managed to keep him alive, damn it. So yeah, we'll just keep on flicking through the turns. Not costing us any money anymore, by the way, because I'm doing this the proper way now. So, okay, more and more wars going on. I like the fact that we're kind of flicking through the turns quite nicely in a way. It's nice to see time passing a bit. Okay, so when these towns surrender, or they die to us in battle, we should at the very least start to see a few of these armies get depleted. With both towns continuing to slowly wait for their death. I was expecting to have a bit of a battle there, but apparently not. Okay, we'll take that. We'll sack the settlement. And yeah, Massilia is also 2 turns away as well. I was going to say, yeah, we'll have a final battle here, so I can prove that I'm not completely incompetent. But no, apparently we don't get that opportunity. So we're just going to be stuck as we are. Fine. You, my good sir, though, you're going to be taken out in battle. Oh, it's a pile of peasants. Okay, we'll end today with the lovely Riviera being under our control, or basically being smashed to smithereens, and we'll take out a pile of peasants. That proves my value. For some unfathomable reason, they decided not to run up to the hill, and I'm going to grab it instead. So this probably won't end all that well for them, as you can probably imagine, but there are still a few units towards the back who can do something to us. So yeah, as we get our archers into position, time for our infantry to take up position behind them, but we are of course on the hill. These are the Silver Sword and Silver Shield runaway Steppe Horde Spearmen lads, so pretty solid I would like to imagine. Let's go and grab our... Yeah, let's go and grab some of our actual cav and charge at those lancers. At the archers. Oh my days, I'm completely incompetent today, as we well know. But, you know what? Horse archers. No. Get yourself off skirmish mode. These guys are going to charge into these peasants because they're here, but we're actually going to send the infantry to go and do some lovely work. You go and take them out. We'll let them actually have some fun. Now, send my cav out of there. I want some infantry to do the job here today. So you go and do that. We're going to grab all of our horse archers. They're going to swing around the flank. Oh yeah, let's watch the infantry do something for once. A lot of cav battles, which of course I do generally like to give myself a cavalry-only army by the end of a campaign. But on this occasion, we're just... we are going to be very cavalry-centric, of course, but with some retrained Horde lads, oh, we can have some good old fun. And victory is already as hardly surprising, to be honest, but yes, we are just going to mop them all up. We'll grab a couple of archer lads to go and make sure we take out their cav, but it is just an absolute storm here at this point. It is beautiful, and it is what we all need to see to end what has been a topsy-turvy day, I would say. A topsy-turvy day. There we go. That's the kind of number. Those are the kind of numbers we need to see here at the end, even if I still can't English. With that glorious victory. Yes, come home with a shield or upon it. Indeed, we bring them many... Well, the peasants didn't have shields. Unfortunate for them. But, oh well. A coward's mother does not weep, so we need not fear worrying about any of those peasants anymore. So, we actually had quite a successful day in spite of the insanity outside Rome, and also the couple Iberian disasters. Let us forget those ever existed. But we went to Rome. We took over Rome. We built ourselves up a lovely force. We have ourselves some beautiful Gothic raiders. A couple more of our Gothic warriors. 23 defense, by the way. How glorious is that? I mean, these guys are 22, even without the extra armor buff. But no, lovely stuff. We have ourselves some core units now with some full big piles of sword and shields, which is what we want to see. We've got a refreshed army. We got rid of some of the old chaff generals, so to speak, because we may have slightly killed some of them off. yes, this guy never did manage to pop out any kids, so Forestmund will take up the mantle. At some point in life, it's only 14, okay. It's a betrothal. It is just a betrothal, ladies and gents. It's absolutely fine. But I didn't realise I wasn't sure how old she was, so I didn't think about the age. I just said, yes, give me a general, please. But yes, perhaps a little bit old for her. Nonetheless, what's done is done, and it's actually been successful. We've captured Rome. We've built up a nice force. Head over back to the Riviera, where we need to mop things up. So we'll go and slaughter them. We'll romp through Spain, and then we'll see what all the madness is over here, because I like to finish off the Western Empire before too long. If we can take out enough of their forces in this part of the world, maybe we'll just leave an army. Maybe this army can make sure that we go and deal with, Vindelicorum over here, which does need to be taken out. Marcus the Gambler, of course, needs to be finished off. Our killer is terrible, so we'll have to find something for these lads to do. And of course, I have lost another spy, because why wouldn't I lose it with a 75% chance of success? That's just the way it goes. Maybe we'll take out Burdigala on our way as well, send an army up there, sweep up Hispania, but we'll do all that next time. For now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas, this is Nerds Human, and this has been an Ostrogoth Horde only campaign. Thank you, and goodbye. Shoot the flames of death into their eyes. Oh no, we're gonna die! Coward, 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 coward. Stop, sir! You're supposed to die! Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away! Our ballistas can actually shoot our own gates! Okay, let's get on with this battle. Run away.